Yo, Q, what up? Yo, Q,
Man,
what
I'm
up?
keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to Not
Not
Just
yeah.
Music, where we keep it real and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth, I'm just honest.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome to another week with us guys over here at Not Just Music Podcast. And I am your boy, Duan Barrino.
Quincy Murdoch, Mr. Hold On.
And we definitely are here for another great conversation.
Yes,
another week to express to you people at on Thursday, this good Thursday at 8:00 p.m. Hopefully we find this 8:00 p.m. going wonderful and going great. And today,
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, 2023.
shout out to another year again. A lot of us are. If you just not chiming in, you should just be getting. I think you should be understanding that we should be well off into the year by now. So again, if you haven't been around, Happy New Year, Happy New Year to you all.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to some of you for what understandings and misunderstandings of things that some content that we do put up. I noticed that some understand, some don't understand, some are misguided, some are just all over the place. But it's nothing that we are talking about is to ever bash or this is all open conversations, opinions, and things like that. If it's something that you do feel offended by, please don't post it on any of the social media pages. Just email, send us an email. We even have voicemail set up on our website where you can leave a voicemail. Talk about it there.
And can I throw this in there? Be respectful when you come with it, please. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We open to listening to opinions, but respect is a big thing because we're gonna come with respect when we explain ourselves. So respect is a big thing too. So let's learn that. You have some respect for each other as men and women.
Nah, a lot of y'all ain't gonna listen to that already.
But I had to throw that in there because that's a key
y'all
thing.
Get so personal. Y'all get so personal. Some of y'all, not all y'all, some get very personal. It's a very small handful who choose to feel offended by anything that anybody says. Today, I want to ask and express to all of you. Firstly, let's talk about timing. A big thing that I know is understood now. Timing is a thing of the past. I know for a fact because when I first started with doing stuff on the internet, it was a thing of timing then. That was back in the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. Now that the world has changed, now timing really isn't a concern. You may have a certain time frame that you want to put something out, but considerably, you're not doing anything. You're harming yourself more worrying about a specific time you want to put something out. Once you finish the product, if you can get the product finished, make sure that the product is right, as I've always preached. Make sure the product is right.
And put it out.
And then put it out. A lot of stuff, though, that
I'm sorry. You think we living in an era now where, back then in the days, like you say, timing was everything. Mm-hmm. Now it's like you could just drop something out the blue tonight. Mm-hmm.
That's just the way. That's just the way. But that's the way the world was eventually supposed to get to.
Yeah.
I mean, for writers, for singers, rappers, entrepreneurs, blanks, blah blah blah. Anybody that has a product or something that they can make tangible to give to somebody. The key is making sure it's correct before you put it out.
And you gotta remember, there's so much competition now. Yeah. You got so many people doing this and doing that. What you're doing.
Yeah.
So you don't got time to be like, oh, I'm dropping in 2 months. You need to drop it ASAP and then be thinking about dropping again. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep up with the time, or you gonna get lost. All these people doing what you do,
and that's the key to, you know. Once you find that niche that you have, like let's pick an example. I'll give an example. If you know you have Christmas ornaments, you know your big time of the year is gonna be around the end of the year. Thanksgiving get there.
Yep.
Your product should be right. Everything should be already getting ready to get out. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about the rest of the year too, though, because to me, even if you do sell predominantly Christmas items, the biggest thing you can do is sell them throughout the year, yes, but sell them at a different price, you know. But the thing is, the timing is always right for that. Yeah. People are always going to be looking. I'm sure there's somebody right now looking for discounted Christmas stuff, because if you go in all these stores, most of these Christmas items are still on the shelf, but they sell them for half off.
You're right.
75% off. You know, the biggest thing is, though, that's considerably timing, though. The perfect time to do it is then. You know, if they wait, they say, we're gonna wait 2 months after Christmas and then we'll put the Christmas stuff on sale. Then you're gonna lose to all these other companies that's out here, all these other brands that's selling their stuff immediately after Christmas.
So you can be good with timing in a good way and in a bad way.
Yeah.
You know, you use it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what do you see in the future that, and this is not perfect, but just what do you see in the future that you feel could help with things that you release? And I'm not, and this is outside of the movie, this is outside of music.
It's everything.
Period. To what you think, what do you feel?
I tell you, consistency,
mm-hmm.
and more of the product.
Mm-hmm.
2023, like, stop worrying about dropping at a certain time, mm-hmm. and just drop. Just keep putting stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my mentality this year. I'm gonna just start putting it out.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
You can work on an album. You can work on an album for 2 years and be like, okay, I'm dropping. You got a special date,
mm-hmm.
and you wait. You get all this build up. You know what I'm saying? Well, allegedly you think it's a build up, and then when it come, it flops.
Yeah,
that's the most painful thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you said, if you get the product done and it's correct,
mm-hmm.
and it's ready to be put out, put it out, and then work on something else and keep going. Cause the time we live in today, you can easily be forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new artist coming out every day, a new song, a new video. Somebody just drop a song video probably right now. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
It's you get lost, and you know you get forgot about. So the thing is, never stay out of the limelight. Always, if you're an entertainer, stay in the spotlight some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not doing this, what you used to do pick something up. But the moment you stop completely, you lost already.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think is leading to, like, entrepreneurs need to put their hands in a little bit of everything, because if you get missing, your face is not seen, your voice is not being heard, you get lost. People don't know you no more.
Nope. Big thing at this timing as well. Remember, just like how we doing right now, you have to plan it to where, you know, we do this weekly. We plan to drop things on Thursdays at 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
If your consistency and this is a thing of timing too.
Yeah. It's
timing, but at the rate of waiting to say that, okay, we gonna record. We'll record Monday, but we might record some again next Friday, and then we might record again.
We don't do that. We record.
You have to kind of find
you
a consistency and a plan that could work, so you could consistently do it adequately versus doing it and you just like all over the place with it.
And what that lead to is you have the content.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing it frequently, like you said, doing it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Cause as soon as you run out of content, you know what I'm saying? And we went through that a couple times, you know, the end of the year. Like, you know, you run out of content, things happen. I mean, life happens, you know, family and stuff like that. And we have things, we're humans. So always be prepared for stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put that in there too. Be prepared for your personal life too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because things happen.
And this is not a thing to say that a method will work for us. It may not work for y'all.
Exactly.
You know, that's why he just basically said planning. And I mean, I've always told people, fall in love with creating a plan. If you fall in love with creating a plan, you could take your brand a long way, because everybody will understand the consistency of when you drop. Just like I use my favorite, grocery stores. Grocery stores drop their papers every single Wednesday on your doorstep to let you know about sales that are going to be there until next Tuesday. Yeah. So when next Wednesday comes, you already know, oh, we waiting. That's the kind of consistency that people aren't even paying attention to. Exactly. With their brands. If you pay attention to that with your brand, that'll take you a long way, y'all. Y'all didn't even, that's another gem, a stolen gem that I stole from them, but I paid it attention in the nature of saying that they consistently do this every single week and have people hooked, waiting to understand that, well, I ain't seen nothing in this L paper this week, but I'll look again next week. That's what you want. Yeah. That just made business for the sales, for the papers, for the newspaper, and for the business. Yeah. So it's two people eating off of that. You know, newspapers like, oh shoot, we happy. Every Wednesday we know we gonna have to have these papers drop for these companies or for these grocery stores, and it'll be on the people's steps. So we getting paid for it, but they're getting the business, and that's what it's supposed to be. That's another sign of help. in the understanding it's a team to get things out. But again, the timing. Another thing to ask, I'm gonna ask you this too, and this is thing of
and never second guess yourself.
Yeah, never second guess yourself. If you have time in a day now, and this is one thing that I've been trying to learn and get myself in the nature of doing, especially when completing your movie. Mm. Instead of cramming everything in one day. Yeah. And I'm telling y'all, do not cram everything in one day. If you cram everything in one day, meaning, I'm gonna be honest with you, some people have tried this and it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. And I'm gonna give you an example from musical standpoint. Yeah. Somebody go in the studio, record a song in the morning. Yeah. And they want to put the song out by the nighttime. It's doable. Don't get me wrong. It's doable. But
have you done it before? Like as a producer, put a song out?
And I'm gonna be honest.
So if I needed a song put out tomorrow, I came in here recorded,
and we do it. We could do it, and it's really, to me, it's the mentality. Okay. But considerably, some don't know how to do that efficiently, and it comes. You think like, oh, yes, that song. The song was good for that time and that moment. Yeah. But 2-3 months down the line, you listen to that song again, you like, man, where did I put that out?
But that's what I'm saying. The timing might work in the favor. Yeah. Right then. Yeah. Because it might pop
that
off.
Moment. But it's a moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. You're selling a moment. Yeah. You know, some things you can pull off, but in some
based off a moment.
Yeah. Some things you have to understand the end part of it, especially, you know, this is a lot of things I try to, you know, I press to a lot of artists I work with. Make sure you understand that we're going to make this a masterpiece. For this to be a masterpiece, we're going to have to do the adequate things. Now, adequacy is hard to understand. You know, look that up. Some don't understand what adequate means. I mean, you want to be on top of it. You want to be on point, basically. Yeah. And if it's not going to be on point, it's not going to make sense to whoever the buyer is. The buyer is very much important to what you're putting out, and it's not even just the buyer or the listener or whatever it may be. Yeah. But a good one will point out your wrongs and understand, like, okay, that was rushed. Or something to that nature. Some don't look at it.
Like you say, you might that timing, yep. and they won't even pay attention They won't even pay attention to the product. They'll just look at it as like because of the hype and the timing. And I seen a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like shoot low budget films and could have been better. Yeah. And made millions, you know, in a day, 2 days and two because of the hype.
It's okay to put something out and not do it right. But long as you learn from it, really, that okay, well, I could have took a couple more days with it. I could have took a few more days with that time and things like that. That's why I say
months or years. Too,
yeah, take your plan, plan it in your mind, and come up with a plan. Even as you're going, to continue to keep planning because you don't want to let anything fall off as far as even just regular day stuff. Like even we still have to go be businessman or inside of being businessman and outside of being a businessman. You have to take that time to understand that, okay, I got to plan my day accordingly to what it is that I have going on. So I did just like we talked about the last week. In last week's podcast, rest. You know, you have to make sure that you're refueling your brain, and make sure that the product that you're putting out makes sense to you first. And once it makes sense to you, go give it to the world.
Exactly.
So again, now, lastly with timing, by the end of this year, and you know, me and we've had our meeting, and you know, we talked about things that we look to do. Yeah. Did you expect coming into the whole Not Just Music podcast situation? Did you expect it to be as professional as it is?
We tried it before. I don't want to think positive or negative. I mean, but I didn't think it would be what it is now. I thought down the road we burn out, we might stop, take our foot off the gas. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say is you've motivated me though, because even when we had a couple weeks and you know I know people was wondering, you know what I'm saying? Like I like the people that really follow us. Yeah. Like, where is Q at? You know what I'm saying? Some of the episodes, you know, and that's what we need. We need that backup, that push. You know what I'm saying? If somebody, and I made up, and you know, I was in some, and Duan was behind the scenes, so you know, that's important, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it would be like it is, but it's very like you were saying, we have a plan. You know, it's very thought out. You know, a plan behind it.
That's it.
You get what I'm saying?
That's it. That's you really, already said what I was. I mean, to me, again, and this is like you just gave a good understanding. Plan. If you have a plan and set in place for everybody to be involved in, you can get a lot done. The timing won't be thrown off if you got enough people to. Now, if we didn't have two people to do certain things, yeah, it might be a little bit of a struggle.
And I want to say that we also took time to network with some people. Yeah. Different networks bring us different followers also. Yeah. I've noticed that in the numbers.
Considerably, that's especially just because on Facebook, of a team.
Yeah, especially on Facebook. Like you say, was talking to me, we've gained 40, 50 followers in just 90 days on Facebook. So... And this was based off, like, some of it is coming in from the last episode we did with my church. Shout out to Church of Refuge. You know, we got a episode up on the Not Just Music podcast.
A lot of it is due to us.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Period. I mean, because it's we started the brand, we have to finish the brand. Exactly. So you know, the what we add on, like you said, the people that we add in, the networking, that makes. That considerably grows a pinpointed audience. Yeah. And that's and considerably over the past week, you know, about to be a week, it did decent numbers, not bad at all. You know, even with the correct promotion, you know, things are starting to people. You know, we're starting to get the page, the look that we're supposed to get is supposed to have now. But the biggest thing is knowing that we needed to do things differently and making sure that we take those correct chances at what it is that we were doing. You know, even with the whole thing of, you know, single, saved, or single, saved, and safe, whichever one it is. Yeah. The biggest thing is understanding that that's another piece to a big puzzle. Yeah, you know, we don't just Not Just Music podcast. Yeah, we don't just talk. We don't just we just don't talk about relationships. You know, even though that's a very pinpointed way to look at it. You know, even when I asked you about it, it wasn't even the case of saying like this is a bad idea. I just want it to be for somebody else's brand that we're helping, because the idea was brought to us. You're involved in it, yes, and that's a big thing too. Yeah. But at the same time, it's a collective effort going on there to where people can do a part or be a part of it, and it can grow. The only way
that's the main thing is getting a bigger audience and getting more eyes and eyes that's not looking.
Honestly,
you get what I'm saying?
And I feel you on that. But my biggest thing is worthy content.
Exactly.
You know, I noticed the audience is always going to be a little different at times. You may have a certain amount of people who will pay attention to this that might not pay attention to it the next week because they ain't got nothing to do with them.
Exactly.
So making sure that we're bringing that content like we're doing today, we're speaking on those things and those points of time.
Yeah.
So
it goes back to timing.
Like now, again, we're here at 8:00 every Thursday, y'all, to make sure that we're bringing y'all stuff that the content that we feel y'all should have, and we are consistently doing it.
Yeah.
So making sure, and this is my last little piece of this, making sure that your brand is time worthy. Is it worthy of your time first before you even start putting time into it? Then if it is worthy of your time, how much do you love it? Because you got to put that much time into it just because you do love it.
Yeah.
So now moving forward, even going into your destiny of your future, what did I do in the beginning that I could have did better? The one thing I feel that every business can do better is planning and your timing. Put it out. If it takes you to put it out, go ahead and put it out. If it's not, make sure that you're strategically putting it out at a certain time, but at the same time, don't forget to keep releasing stuff until that time gets there.
You're right.
To make yourself,
you talking to me right there.
Keep yourself relevant. You don't want people to fall off of what you did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, keep something consistently coming for the people. And to end it, one more thing. I appreciate the love. Q appreciates the love. We are constantly growing. We are trying to grow this brand. This year, I've decided to move and considerably still keep using all the platforms that we use to post, but I want to add Facebook to our post situation as well. So those that are paying attention, you'll see that over the weeks past now, that you've been seeing it on Facebook a lot more often. Mm-hmm. Facebook is a very good platform to post content. Still, I thought it was dead, but it's considerably not dead yet. And I'm glad I tapped back into it. Excuse me, to see that we can still do those things that considerably would get us.
It's giving Instagram a time to run for its money.
It's still there, and the biggest thing is too, I like what you just said, that is understanding that everybody doesn't understand Instagram. Instagram is for those short posts, people who need something really quick, really fast, and they on with their day. Facebook is one of those platforms, just like Instagram and YouTube put together.
And you got to understand, the first app, the first app that I get on when I wake up is Facebook. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to see what somebody's doing. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to see the gossip. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to see. So you're going to get more views off Facebook. Mm-hmm. I'm giving y'all a free game, though. Mm-hmm. But that's what everybody wants, to be nosy and see what's going on and who and Sue and Sally doing and this and that. And that's when your content can get views, because people are constantly on there scrolling all through the day, on break, probably while they working on Facebook. So
biggest hint of the day for to add on to that, the biggest time for you guys to post your personal businesses and your quick content is between 5 and 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just being honest with y'all. That's another hint for y'all. I've noticed it pretty much is consistent all the way across the board. If you want to get you an app, there's plenty of apps out here to let you know when to post on certain apps, and so you can make sure that you're efficiently getting the numbers that you want to see. But if you're not getting the numbers that you want to see, it's a little thing that you must do is step up your content. Step it up. So with that being said, Got Quincy with me. I'm Duan Barrino. We'll definitely be back to you next week.
Yeah.
Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. Don't miss. We love y'all. Continue to follow us on all of our networks. Hit the follow button right now. Hit the follow button wherever you're at. On our website, wherever it is. Hit the follow button. Tap into us and make sure you are following all of this great content that we will be bringing. All right? Love, peace, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.